and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic weights. He arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic weights in columns as well as in rows. But there are some elements they did not fit in it. So later on, Moseley has modified that law and he has given the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. And later on also this is changed and it is now the modern periodic table is given on the basis of electronic configuration. In this modern periodic table, there are 7 periods and 18 groups. And these elements are classified on the basis of differentiating electron. If the differentiating electron enters into the s orbital, then those elements are called as s block elements. First and second group elements comes under this type. First group elements are called as alkali metals. Second group elements are called as alkaline earth elements. The general configuration of these s block elements is NS122. Most of these elements are metals and these elements are highly reactive. Second one is p block. In this p block, the differentiating electron enters into the p orbital from group 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18 comes under this type. In this, the general electronic configuration is NS2, NP126. Each and every period ends with the noble gas or inert gas which has the configuration NS2, NP6. These p block elements are metals, metalloids and non-metals. And next is d block. If the differentiating electron enters into the d orbital, then these are called as the d block elements. From group 3rd to 12 comes under this type. All these are metals. The electronic configuration of these d block elements is NS1 to 2, N-1, D 1 to 10. Last one is f block. If the differentiating electron enters into the f orbital, then those are called as f block elements. These are also called as the lanthanides and actinides. These are lanthanides and actinides are present in this f block. After the lanthanum, the 14 elements are called as the lanthanides. After the actinium, the 14 elements are called as actinides. Next is, these elements in the periodic table are also classified based on the complete and incomplete shells. First type is inert gas elements. In this, only group 18 will come under this type. In this, the outermost shell is also completely filled. In type 1, the outermost shell is completely filled. In this, the electronic configuration, the general configuration of these inert gas elements is NS2, NP6 except helium. Helium has the configuration 1s2. These are all inert because already these have a completed outermost shell. So there is no need to participate in chemical bonding, hence these elements are inert. And then second type is representative elements. Except group 18, all the S and P block elements comes under this type. In this, the outermost shell is incomplete. The outermost shell is incomplete. The general configuration of these elements is NS 1 to 2, NP 1 to 5. Most of the representative elements are metals, non-metals and metalloids. These elements are participating in chemical bonding by sharing or by accepting or by donating the electrons. Third type is transition elements. In this, the outermost shell and the penultimate shell both are incomplete. These are placed in between S and P block. Group number 3 to group number 12 comes under this type. The general configuration is NS 1 to 2, N minus 1, D 1 to 9. In this, they acts as a bridge from active S block elements to less active group 13 and 14 elements. There is a gradual change in their properties. Hence, these elements are called as transition elements. The characteristic properties of transition elements are most of these elements are colored and they form complex compounds. And then they have variable oxidation states. And most of these transition elements acts as catalysts. And they can exhibit paramagnetism. Paramagnetism means those are attracted by the magnetic field is called as a paramagnetism. These characteristic properties are very important. They are colored. They exhibit the paramagnetic property. They can form a complex compounds and they can exhibit variable oxidation states, and most of the elements can act as a catalyst. Next is fourth type is inner transition elements. Inner transition elements, the outermost shell, penultimate shell and anti-penultimate shell. That means outermost 3 orbits are incomplete. All these elements are metals, lanthanides and actinides comes under this type. These are placed under the major table separately. This is about the classification of elements based on the differentiating electron as well as based on the complete and incomplete shells.